Welcome back to Speed World. You join us now for German Super Touring Car Championship, the STW, round 1 of 10 at Hockenheim in Germany. Of course, as always, a double program, a sprint race followed by the longer main race, as we saw Frank Bieler in the Audi in action. But for Marco Bromberger in his Opel Vectra, a bigger problem in qualifying. He was okay, so was the car after repairs, but he'll be right on the back of the grid. Well, this is this year's runners, Peugeot. 1997 champions, Peugeot Sport, BMW, run by the Schnitzer and Team Isert teams. Alfa Romeo's new 156 being run by Alfa Corse. The Opel Vectras now being run by Team Holzer. The Honda Accords run by JAS Team Honda Sport, the German Honda tuning arm. Nissan Primera is run by Nissan Primera Racing, the factory team in Germany. And finally, the Audi A4s, now two-wheel drive again, Team Audi Abt in charge of those. Just two privateer four-wheel drive cars. Laurent Ayo, the 97 champion for Peugeot, looking at the opposition. And the men he's up against include people like Johnny Cecotto, who was third in the 97 series. He's racing again for BMW. His teammate, Smoking Joe Winkelhock, second in last year's series, and of course a British touring car champion back in 1994. Perhaps the most experienced of all European champions, Emmanuel Pirro, twice Italian champion, once German, driving for Audi again, sixth in last year's series. Well, the first race, 19 laps, it was a wet race. As you can see, very bad conditions here at Hockenheim. And the grid lining up with Laurent Aiello, Uwe Altzen on row 1, Joe Winkelhock, Manuel Reuter row 2, Manuel Pirro and Tom Christensen, newcomer on row 3. But look at the start that Joe Winkelhock makes. He leads as they go into the first corner from Aiello, from Altzen, Reuter, Pirro, Christensen, Bieler, Cecotto, Van Omen and all the rest. But Winkelhock makes a big mistake, rejoins in third place. Manuel Reuter in 4th, Pirro 5th, Frank Bieler in 6th and Tom Christensen now in 7th, just ahead of Christian Menzel, Gabriele Tarquini for Honda and Jörg Van Ommen in the Peugeot. So streaming around the short circuit here at Hockenheim, very slippery, still raining heavily as you can see from the wipers going on most cars. A couple of people have got problems, amongst them Prince Leopold von Bayern, running back in 20th place at the moment, but watch his progress coming up through the field. Well, Frank Bieler in the Audi overtakes Emmanuel Pirro as Klaus Niedzwitz spins off in the Opel. Let's have a look again and see exactly what happened to Joe Winkelhock in turn 1, the 1995 STW champion. Here he is. Well, he just gets slipping wider and wider, gets on the grass and the gravel, but somehow collects it all back together to keep third place. At the end of the first lap, it's Laurent Aiello from Uwe Altzen, from Winkelhock, from Reuter, from Bieler. So 5 manufacturers in the top 5 places. That is what the STW is all about. Johnny Cecotto, a little bit further down the field. He's had a problem. Cecotto has spun. The 1994 STW champion spins his BMW out, and it's the first of a lot of problems he's going to have this afternoon. But there is Johnny Cecotto. Looked like he was pushed off by Christian Abt, the Audi driver, as we go on board with Uwe Altzen in the number 4 Opel. He's second, right behind Laurent Aiello, the 1997 champion. And just see conditions getting worse and worse all the time. They're running hard in spray. Aiello not having to use his wiper as much as Altzen is. But Altzen just pacing at the moment. Uwe Altzen, the 1994 Porsche Super Cup champion, very experienced driver in these conditions. There's the standings after 2 laps. Aiello from Altzen, Winkelhock in 3rd, still Manuel Reuter in 4th, Frank Bieler 5th, Christian Menzel 6th, Emmanuel Pirro in 7th, Tom Christensen in 8th. He's the man who won Le Mans last year, of course, for US Porsche, and prior to that a Formula 3000 winner, and Gabriele Tarquini in 9th in the Honda. Well, lap 3 we go back on board with Uwe Altzen, still in 2nd place, still trying to get by the Peugeot of Laurent Aiello. For some reason, these German-run Peugeots working so much better than those in the British Touring Car Championship. And still Aiello in the 406, holding off the Vectra of Altzen. Winkelhock behind them in 3rd in the BMW 320i. Into the First corner again. Oh, and through goes Alsen. Well, he nearly got through. They actually touched. Now Alsen a little bit crossed up there. There was definite contact there, and Alsen not doing any damage really, but it was enough to unsettle both, and that just gives a chance for ILO to pull ahead a little bit and get away from the threat of Alsen. Winkelhock still in third, and Manuel Reuter still in fourth place. Reuter really one of the most experienced of all these drivers. He's the 1996 ITC champion and twice a Le Mans winner. Problems again. Christian Abt colliding with Eric Hellery this time. Hellery already had engine problems in qualifying, so Abt again in the wars. A lot of pushing and shoving around the slippery part of the stadium. Manuel Reuter now taking fastest lap, putting his Le Mans experience. He won Le Mans for Mercedes in 1989. He won it for Joest in 1996 in terrible conditions, both races in the wet, and just putting that to great use to get fastest lap around this circuit he knows so well. So there's the board going out from the Peugeot Sport Pit. Aiello just leading, but it's so close, as you can see for yourself, and these four cars still all tied together. Reuter really looking for a chance to come by Winkelhock and Alsen. Can't quite do it at the moment, but Aiello, wily old French fox, the Reynard. Oh, big moment there, as we see that contact again between Alsen and Aiello, much bigger than we thought it was when we were on board. It really got sideways, and that in fact drops Alsen down the order. Manuel Reuter goes past Joachim Winkelhock, so Winkelhock now pushed down to fourth place by Reuter, and Alsen about to be gobbled up by both from the looks of it. Well, Reuter having another go. He gets passed by Winkelhock again. He goes back to have another look down the inside, and Aiello just pulling out a little bit. This is the battle for second place. Alsen, Winkelhock and Reuter push back to fourth again, but Reuter's going to have another look down the inside as they come onto the start-finish straight. Reuter's still the fastest man on the circuit, lapping in the 14s. Everyone else is in the 15s, and Reuter's got up alongside. Can he do it? He tries to go down on the inside into the first corner. Oh, through he goes. No, but Winkelhock then shuts the door again on him, and oh, he's on the curbs, slipping on the rumble strips there. That won't help his traction at all, and that gives Reuter just the edge he needs. So Reuter, as they dive into the back section of the circuit, round the back of the paddock, Reuter is in third place now. So Winkelhock pushed back to fourth. So Peugeot, Opal and BMW. This was not in the script for BMW. They came here expecting to win. So did Audi with their front-wheel drive only cars this year. But Audi nowhere in it at the moment. Frank Bieler still down in fifth place, out of this battle, the top four battle. Oh, Johnny Cecotto's off again. What a terrible race he's having. It's just not working from this weekend. Who do you tangle with this time? I believe it is Olivier Meyer in the Audi. Let's have a look, see if we can see on the replay exactly what happened. So Cecotto tangling with everyone on the circuit this time. There's the replay. Yes, indeed, it was Meyer. Pushes Cecotto off. Let's see what happened after the break. STW opening round, and we're riding with Uwe Alsen. He's trying to take the lead from Laurent Aiello of Peugeot. It's a big battle, Peugeot against Opel, still fighting for the lead. Laurent Aiello, 1994 French touring car champion and 1997 German touring car champion. Really the classiest man here on the circuit today, and he's led the race almost from the start after smoking Joe Winkelhock fell off in his BMW. Winkelhock is still there. He is still back in fourth place, but look at this, conditions getting no better. Fastest lap goes to Uwe Alsen in the Opel. He's still running 14s. He's in fact going faster than Manuel Reuter, his teammate now. And again, Alsen looking to try and overtake Laurent Aiello for the lead. Around the back of the circuit, taking another look down the inside. Aiello slipping there. Really got some oversteer on, braking hard, and this is the place Alsen's tried before. He goes to look down the inside. Can he do it on the start-finish straight? Oh yes, and Aiello gets on those rumble strips. That slows him down, just cost him traction from these front-wheel drive 2-litre cars, and through goes Uwe Alsen into the lead here on lap 11 of the race. All action behind. Manuel Reuter trying to go through as well. Reuter goes through on the inside. Can't quite do it. Oh, they collide, and he passes Laurent Aiello, so Aiello rudely pushed aside by Manuel Reuter, so it's now an Opal 1-2 here in this 19-lap sprint race, opening round of the STW Hockenheim. This is the 2.6 kilometer short track. They only use the long track once later in the season, and now Aiello's fallen to the clutches of Joe Winkelhock, and Winkelhock's looking to try and pass the Frenchman too, so Germany supreme at the moment. 1-2 for Opal, and BMW 3, can he do it? Can he do it on the stadium section? Not quite. Smoking Joe taking a look down the inside, and Aiello just holding him off as they go onto the start-finish straight again, but this time Winkelhock's got him, and again Aiello is pushed off line onto those rumble strips, and there's just no traction when that happens. So twice that's been done to him now. It was done to Winkelhock earlier. It's now Opal, and BMW. Let's have a look again at that moment when Manuel Reuter punched him so rudely in the side, and he was so lucky not to spin round completely. In fact, Reuter actually helped him back on the straight and narrow. He was in a half spin, and he pushed him in the front and put him back on again. So Uwe Altzen, Manuel Reuter, Joe Winkelhock and Laurent Aiello, with Christian Menzel now up into 5th place just behind them. This is the 10th place battle. We're on lap 14 of 19. Olivier Meyer, Frank Bieler, Franz Engstler, Klaus Niedzwitz and Michael Crum, and right behind this group we can see Johnny Cecotto coming back after his 2 earlier problems. Oh, this time is contact between Klaus Niedzwitz and Franz Engstler, so a big crash for the Opal there, the number 19 car. There he is, he got pushed sideways. So slippery these conditions, and nobody's fault, it's just racing accidents. It just happens. Let's have a look again, see if we can see exactly what happened. Klaus Niedzwitz hits Engstler in the side. Engstler's got nowhere to go. He's on the curbs, luckily just keeps it out of the mud, but he loses at 1, 2, 3, 4 places as a result of that biff in the rear. Well, Johnny Cecotto then managing to overtake Michael Crum. There he goes for 14th place. Come back from 20th now. He goes past the Nissan, and Cecotto on a charge in the BMW. Klaus Niedzwitz overtakes Frank Bieler and is followed by Johnny Cecotto. This is the battle for 11th place, so Bieler gets pushed down 1, 2 places back into 13th. Klaus Niedzwitz into 11th. So good racing all through the field here, and Niedzwitz on a charge up through the field. Lap 15, Le Mans winner of 93 for Peugeot, Eric Hellery, now driving here for Opal, retires with broken left rear suspension. He had contact with Christian Abt early in the race, you remember. Well, 4 laps to go. Johnny Cecotto overtakes Olivier Maillet. As they go through the corner there onto the short section down the back. Through he goes, takes that place away from Maillet. Maillet with his indicator permanently going, tries to take it back again. Through the S's, can't quite do it. So Cecotto moving up into 10th. He will eventually finish in 8th place. Well, last lap of the race, and here's our leader Uwe Altzen in the number 4 Opal. The Opal team Holzer Vectra heading for victory in the sprint race. An all-important win this, because of course this gives you your starting positions in the main race, 38-lap race later in the afternoon. That puts him on pole position for that race, ahead of Reuter, Winkelhock, Aiello, Christian Menzel, Christian Abt, Gabriele Tarquini, Johnny Cecotto, Tom Christensen and Alexander Bergstaller, completing the top 10 here in Hockenheim.